Right now is an amazing time to buy a gaming PC because prices are better than ever. So, if you are looking to buy a pre-built PC that will deliver excellent gaming performance, high FPS in your favorite games, and of course a PC that fits your budget, then this is going to be the perfect video for you. I will show you the best pre-built PC for every budget, all resolutions included, 1080p, 1440p and 4K. And I'll also show you the level of performance that you can expect with each system. That way, if you end up buying one of these PCs, you know what to expect. The links to all of these pre-built gaming PCs will be down below in the video description with the latest prices and availability. My name is Valentino, and with that being said, let's start. So first, I will start with the cheapest one on the list. This one is the HP Omen 40L with the RTX 4060 and a Ryzen 5 7600. This CPU and GPU combo is amazing for 1080p resolution, high FPS gaming. This is the same exact combo that I have right behind me in that system that you see right there, and I have tested these components myself, so if you want to see more benchmarks, you will have my video talking about these components in the top right of the screen. Now, you can expect 90 plus FPS on average when it comes to 1080p, high to ultra settings in high demanding games like Cyberpunk 2077 or The Last of Us Part 1. If you want to play easy to run games such as Fortnite, Valorant and esports shooters in general, then you can expect 240 plus FPS on average when it comes to 1080p resolution competitive settings. Keep in mind that you can also play at 1440p with this system, 60 plus FPS on average depending on the game and depending on the settings. For $800, this is a great deal and it's on a $500 discount right now, so insane deal in my opinion for under $1,000 bucks. But if you have a bit of extra money to spend, for $850 you can get this Skytech Nebula from Amazon, which has the i5-13400F and the same RTX 4060, so very similar in terms of gaming performance compared to the Omen 40L, but this one has a 1TB NVMe SSD and 16 gigs of RAM, so it's a more complete system. In the other PC, the Omen 40L, you have 8 gigs of RAM, which is fine, but I do recommend you upgrading to 16 gigs of RAM for gaming, and then you get 500 gigs of SSD, which I do recommend you upgrading if you want to download a lot of games in your system. So you can either upgrade those components in the Omen 40L, or you can spend the extra 50 and buy this Skytech Nebula, which is, in my opinion, one of the best deals in the entire market for under $1,000, right next to the Omen 40L. Now, if you want to play at 1080p, very high FPS, or you want to jump up to 1440p and play on high to ultra settings with a very nice level of performance, then I recommend you getting the Blaze 4 Mini. This one is going for $2,560, but the main reason why this one is so amazing for 1440p is the graphics card. Here you get the RX 7800 XT, so you can expect around a 90 plus FPS on average when it comes to 1440p high to ultra settings in very high demanding titles like the ones I've mentioned before, Cyberpunk 2077, The Last of Us Part 1, Hogwarts Legacy, Starfield, these type of games. And for esports shooters, you can expect 240 plus FPS on average, depending on the exact game of course, in competitive settings at 1440p resolution. Then you get a Ryzen 7 CPU and you get 32 gigs of RAM, which is going to be amazing not only for gaming but also for streaming in case you want to start streaming. So $1,260 is a very good price for this one, and if you want even more performance, well, the next one is quite more expensive, but in my opinion is a very nice system, especially if you want to do gaming and content creation at the same time. And I'm talking about the 40L, but this one is the upgraded version. It has amazing reviews and it has the RTX 4070 Super for the graphics card, and then you get an i7-14700 for the CPU. So great CPU and GPU combo for both gaming and content creation at 1440p, and you can even play at 4K 60 plus FPS on average with this system depending on the game. I have tested an HP Omen 40L myself with very similar components to this one. You will have that video in the top right of the screen. I go more in depth and I also show you the benchmarks for this system, so if you want to see the exact level of performance that you can get with this system, I recommend you watching that video. But let me tell you, for 1440p this is a beast, and you can expect 108 plus FPS on average when it comes to 1440p ultra settings in high demanding titles, and then you can expect well over 300 plus FPS on average in esports shooters like Fortnite or Valorant. And of course, you can also use this system for 1080p very high FPS in case you have a 1080p monitor and you want to upgrade to 1440p down the line. With the next one, we have a more expensive system, but right now there's a huge sale going on that I will talk about in a second. But first, I want to tell you why this system is amazing. amazing. This one is the Assure 2 from Skytech, from the official Skytech website, and this one has the Ryzen 7 7800X3D, which is the fastest CPU in the entire market. And then for the graphics card, you get the RTX 4070 Ti Super. Now this CPU and GPU combo will allow you to play at 1440p and 4K resolution, very high FPS. At 1440p, you can expect well over 120 FPS on average when it comes to high demanding games, and you can expect around 70 plus FPS on average when it comes to 4K high to ultra settings in high demanding games. You have to keep in mind that at 4K resolution, if you turn on the upscaler, which is DLSS from Nvidia, you can expect around 90 to 100 plus FPS on average, and remember, this is 4K in high demanding titles. So very nice system, and the deal that is going on right now is a coupon code that you will find in the video description for an extra 10% off. So instead of $2,120, you will spend $1,900 for a system like this, which in my opinion is a very nice PC for both 1440p maxed out gaming experience or 4K ultra settings. And since you get the fastest CPU in the entire market, you can expect well over 300 plus FPS on average when it comes to 1440p esports shooters, and you can expect 200 plus FPS on average in these same exact titles at 4K competitive settings. Keep in mind that some games do not require as much power, so for example CS2 or Valorant, in those type of games you can expect well over 360 plus FPS, so you can buy a 360Hz 1440p monitor if you want to. And if you have more money to spend and you want even faster performance, especially if you play at 4K resolution, I recommend you getting the Eclipse 2, which is going on a 10% discount after the coupon code as well. And this one has the same Ryzen 7 7800X3D, so the fastest CPU in the market, but this time you get the RTX 4080 Super, which is better than the RTX 4070 Ti Super when it comes to 4K resolution. For 1440p, I believe the 4080 Super is a bit of an overkill, so this is more of a 4K gaming system where you can expect 85 plus FPS on average, high to ultra settings in high demanding titles with no DLSS on. So if you turn on DLSS in very high demanding games, then you can expect from 100 all the way up to 120 plus FPS on average, depending on the game that you are playing. And remember, because you get the 10% discount after the coupon code, this system is going to be $2,500. Now, if the coupon code is not working anymore, then I have another PC for you, which is the alternative system, and I'm talking about the Legacy PC from Amazon. This one has basically the same exact components, the same Ryzen 7 4080 Super, 32 gigs of DDR5 memory, which is once again amazing for gaming, streaming, and also content creation. But here you get 2 terabytes of NVMe SSD instead of 1 terabyte, so you get way more storage in case you want to install more games. This one is $2,800, so if you have the 10% coupon code for the other one for $2,500, I believe the other one is a much better option in terms of price to performance, because here you would be spending $300 more for 1 terabyte of storage. But if you see these two are around the same price point, the Amazon one is the better option because it's almost the same price and you get more storage. So it really depends on when you're watching this video and if the 10% coupon code is working for you or not. And then if you want the best of the best, I recommend you getting another system, which I will talk about right now. But I want to say that if you are finding valuable information in this video, leave a like and subscribe. Is going to help the channel grow a lot. Now, if you want the best of the best, I have 3 options for you. For around $3,000, $3,150 to be exact, you can get the Omen 45L with the RTX 4090. The RTX 4090 is the fastest graphics card in the market, and you can expect well over 110 plus FPS on average at 4K ultra settings. This is native resolution, so insane level of performance, and as I said before, this one is the fastest graphics card in the market, so there's no other graphics card that's going to compete with this one. But the reason why I have 3 options for you is because the other 2 are even better. But just keep in mind that for most people, this is going to be way more than enough, and if you do not want to spend anything over $3,100, this one is going to be the best option for you. However, if you want to have the best of the best for gaming, I recommend you once again the Eclipse 2, but this one is the upgraded version. You get the fastest CPU in the market once again, combined with the 4090, which is the fastest graphics card in the market, and here you get 2 terabytes of Gen 4 SSD instead of 1 terabyte like the Omen 45L, and here you get 64 gigs of RAM compared to 16 gigs of RAM from the Omen system. The total price is $3,780, and after the 10% coupon code, if you can get it, it's going to be $3,400. So amazing system. You are spending around $300 more than the 45L, but you're getting more RAM and more storage and a faster CPU. So this one is my favorite when it comes to the best of the best for gaming. And the last system is the best of the best for content creation and gaming at the same time. And I'm talking about the AVS gaming system from Amazon. This one has the i9 14900KS, that's why it makes it so amazing for content creation. And then you get the same RTX 4090, 64 gigs of DDR5 memory, which is great for content creation, and you get 2TB of NVMe SSD. Now, if your main focus is gaming, I think the Eclipse 2 is going to be the best option for you. But if your main focus is content creation and video editing, this one is going to be better because of that i9 processor. But keep in mind that for gaming, the Ryzen 7 7800X3D from the other system is faster and is also much more power efficient. And also you will have bonus PCs down in the video description, and remember to check these systems in the link down below, because for some of these systems, maybe when you are watching this video, they are going to be more expensive, or maybe cheaper, or maybe they are out of stock. So highly recommend you checking the latest prices and availability down below. And you will also have my PC community where you can ask me for any questions regarding your situation in case you want me to help you out with your gaming system. Thank you guys for watching, thank you for the support, and I will see you on the next one.